Hi, my name is Ben Chong from RSR USA, based out in Santa Ana, California. So we made the trek out to Formula D Round 3 in Orlando, and I figured since we're already all the way out here in Florida, I might as well visit Mike and the team at Vossen and get some real Vossen experience with, their wheels. So on the Voss FR-S, the whole theme behind the car was the ultimate street car. And we wanted to make sure that the car was easy to drive on the street, but yet fun enough to drive on the track. And we didn't want the car to be, completely hacked up and have a whole bunch of things butchered in the car. We wanted to make sure that the car was very presentable and actually looked like that engine would fit into the car. So we went through 6 different engines to figure out which ones would fit the best, and it actually came out to the Ford motors being the ones that would be easiest to fit in the car. And we commissioned Stefan at Papadakis Racing to do the engine transplant, and we had Nate at Ford Motion Technologies to do the electricals and the ECU tuning. So this car was designed to incorporate the best of both worlds between the Japanese tuned chassis and the American tuned muscle. The idea that I had was coming out to your factory and getting measurements for the car, because currently we have the VFS2s on the car, but because we have the AP Racing brakes, we didn't have very much wheel selection. And being that this car has a lot of customization on it, I feel that, coming to you guys and getting the whole Vossen experience of checking the right offset, checking the brakes to see if everything clears, and just making sure that you get the complete package with performance as well as proper wheel and offset fitment. So the car currently makes 400 horsepower to the wheels and about 365 foot-pounds of torque. Being that the car only weighs about 3,000 pounds, we had to upgrade the brakes to AP Racing. Drive it every day on the street, it's really comfortable, you don't have any issues.
What engine is that? What
this is off of a Ford 5.0. Currently we have AP Racing 6-pot calipers on the car in the front and AP Racing 4-pot calipers in the rear. And one of the problems we had was figuring out which wheel sizing and offset would fit. So we had a custom exhaust built, and when you're driving this thing around, you can hear the V8 out of it. And it's kind of funny because we'll be driving this thing around and people will hear the V8, but when you see the car coming around, it's just an FR-S. Being that RSR is a suspension manufacturer, we wanted to show people that we can make custom suspension for almost any type of vehicle. So being that the car weighs 100 pounds more than stock, but the engine is twice the displacement, we made custom coilovers for this thing, even though a lot of people may just put factory FR-S coilovers in there, but we took into consideration that there's a big difference in the way the power curve is and the way the car dynamically handles, and that's where our suspension experience comes into play. I'm really excited to see how the Vossen forged wheels are going to look on the car now that we were able to properly measure everything, and hopefully by the end of the year you guys can see this car in Japan. So much easier. Yes. Now you know how to do shit with me, right? Don't ask me shit like that in front of the camera. Yes. So how do you say this?